guard, Mercedes Russell. If you would, please direct your questions to Mercedes first, and then we'll follow up later with the other players. Raise your hands, we'll pass the mic. Maria and John.
Mercedes, how much did you guys need this game? And can you talk a little bit about that fourth quarter and everybody's poise and the way you guys closed it out?
Yeah, this was a huge game for us. It's not many times that you get to play the team twice, especially a team that beat you. But I think in the fourth quarter, we just came out with a lot of energy, and we really stuck to our defense. We limited their points. I think they had around 2 points in the first 3 minutes, and then we just really turned it on from there. And then on the offensive end, we were coming down and taking really good shots.
Mercedes, you talked about taking good shots. It looked like you guys were able to drive to the basket. Jamie did that repeatedly against Texas A&M late in the game, and that even opened up the threes. Was that a point of emphasis in between quarters or at halftime?
Yeah, ball movement was huge for us, which I think really opened up the key and opened up those drives. And I think our guards did a really good job of just attacking and getting to the free throw line also.
We'll go with Steve on the other side.
Just the difference in the energy level from Sunday to now, how much of an emphasis was that, and how much of a difference could y'all notice just in the way y'all were playing in terms of energy?
Yeah, I think I noticed it from the tip. I think for the full 40 minutes, we played as hard as we could, which was something that we didn't do against LSU Sunday. I didn't feel like we played really hard that game, maybe in spurts, but I think tonight we played hard from the tip to the very end, and I think it was really our defense that set us apart.
Mercedes, Hillsman had 22 points in your last contest against Texas A&M. She had 8 tonight. Is that something that y'all really focused on in defending her, and what do you think was working for you to defend her tonight?
Honestly, it was just keeping them off the O boards. The first time we played them, they had 20 plus, and tonight I'm pretty sure we held them to single digits, which was really a key for us. So box outs were huge, and I think just keeping her off the O boards.
Dan.
Mercedes, you mentioned defense several times. Could you talk about how difficult that was to do? Because the first half was like a shootout, and both teams were going up and down the floor. Did it make it that much more difficult to get a handle on this game on that end?
Not really. I think that's something that we wanted to do. We wanted to push the pace. We knew we could push in transition, and we knew they were going to push right back at us. So I think it was really fun just getting up and down, like you said.
Any other questions for Mercedes? All right, thank you. Questions for the other players, please. John?
Jamie, you had a lot of success going to the basket tonight. Was that kind of your idea coming into the game, or did it just happen when, by the way, Texas A&M was defending you?
I knew I had to be more aggressive and not settle for outside shots and kind of get easy buckets. I think that's something that I'm capable of doing, and also my teammates found me cutting a lot, and I got easy buckets that way. So I think it was just finding easier buckets than I've had.
Dan.
Jamie, were you pretty much on Carter for most of the fourth quarter? And if so, what was the challenge in guarding her? Because you pretty much you guys shut her down in that quarter.
I think throughout most of the game. I mean, she's quick. She's a quick player. She's kind of lull you to sleep with her ball handling. She's great with her handles, and she'll blow past you. She can pull up. She can shoot the three. So I mean, she's just a really good player that you kind of have to just limit her touches and make her take tough shots. I know I have length over her, so kind of making her take shots over me was to our advantage.
We'll take questions from Steve, Maria, and Lauren.
Just for Jamie, from your sense, what was the difference in the fourth quarter? Obviously, close game, all of a sudden 25-8, the final period. What changed?
We kind of took them out of their offense and kind of made them uncomfortable. Obviously, Carter runs a lot of their offense, and we just did a great job of denying and making people that aren't normally used to making plays have to make plays for them. And I mean, we knew that coming in. We had to stop Williams and Carter and Hillsman, their leading scorers, and also just keep Lumpkin and Howard off the board. So I mean, just when we do those things, then we had success. They scored 8 points in the fourth quarter, pretty sure, and I think that's what made us successful.
Anastasia, you guys, I mean, third quarter, things were getting a little loose there. Fourth quarter, you guys had poise on offense. patience and commitment on defense. Just how did you guys flip that switch so fast from third to fourth quarter?
Well, we never gave up. We continued to encourage each other and, just encouraging each other. And we knew we needed stops and getting stops on defense, and it just continued over to our offense.
Lauren and Dan.
Y'all keep talking about defense a lot, but offensively you were teaching that fourth. It was 25-8 quarter. Just you start the quarter with an 8-2 run. Just how did you get that jump start? Just to penetrate.
We just ran our offense. We weren't settling for the first shot. We got really good shots, I think, in the fourth quarter, which has kind of not been what we've been doing the past few games. So I think when we were passing and kicking and driving and kind of spreading out their defense, it kind of opened new things up for us. We got Sadie's in the paint, scoring easily. So, we just had a lot of weapons that we were able to use tonight because of our offense and just moving the ball and just working well together.
Dan.
Anastasia, it looked like that press was really good for you guys tonight. Do you think what was your take on that? You were getting looked like you're getting a lot of steals there. Is that really was a good alignment for you tonight?
Oh yeah, that really helped us. Once we started pressing, we kept getting loose balls, and yeah, I think that was a really big thing.
Mark is back.
Mercedes mentioned it, and this is for either of you, but after the way you guys played against LSU, to get out there, it seems like you were dodging for all of those balls. The effort was back. How nice was that for you all to see and to play with that type of intensity again?
It was great. I think that's just how we're capable of playing. Obviously, the game wasn't perfect. We had a couple lapses. We kind of our initial game plan was to let Lumpkin, who's not one of their perennial scorers, just score a lot, and she had 22. So we kind of had to deviate from our game plan and kind of adjust throughout the game. And I thought we did a good job of that, not getting frustrated when they scored and kind of taking it back to them. We hit shots, and thank God it took a while. I think we hit shots, which we've kind of been struggling with as a team. I think you look at LSU and the games that we've lost, and I think just we're getting good shots, and that hasn't been what we've been doing, and attacking in transition and getting up and pressing, and I think we just did good all around.
Maria and Steve and Dan.
Anastasia, as a freshman, that's a lot of information that you've got to process. You played a team you played before. You've seen that scouting report. You're headed to Vanderbilt. It's also a team you played before. Does that, I'm not going to say easier, but does it give you a little bit more comfort level to know, okay, I've played this team, this is a little bit more familiar for me?
Yes, it does. We know how they play, and we're just ready already. Like, we already know how they play, so being able to play them again, we just got to come in and let us play hard, even though we've already played them and we beat them. Just continue to keep playing hard.
Just for Anastasia, I know it's still relatively early, but having lost 4 of 6, how critical was it to to win this game and kind of get things back squared away?
Oh, this was a really big win for us. We wanted it really hard, so I think this win really helped us a lot. So.
Dan.
Jamie, to piggyback off that question, was it big to win it the way you did it too? Because defense has been kind of a question mark, and to put it away on that end of the floor, how much does that add to this win?
I think what makes this win just a good win for us is how much doubt has come from the losses and everyone questioning us, and just how much different things have been when we've lost games from all around, and just the fact that we've stuck together and we're still working, and the 12 people on the court and our coaches, we're still working. Despite what anybody has to say about us, we know who we are. We're going to keep fighting and keep getting better. So, we've heard it all, but I think we just stick together and keep working, and we're fine.